Welcome to the Lady NightHawk show. And I just thought that, we've been talking about everything on here, giving people information. And I knew that it was the time of the year where my guest, she usually produces new projects around this time, and just so happened I caught her just in time. Her project had just been released, but we got it, before it'd been out for a year or two, okay? So I just think that we are on the same page with that, because we don't get a chance to talk because she travels all the time and she's doing different things all the time. But you know her because this makes the third time that she's been here. And so I'm going to have her introduce herself. And I just thought that because it was Christmas time, that we needed to do something different to kind of perk up your spirit. Last week we told you about, a job fair, and we told you about the veterans, okay, because those are deadlines. So please, I hope that you got that information, so that, because we don't want you to lose your homes, okay, veterans, but they did make some changes, but you have some deadlines. So I hope that you caught those shows. If not, you can look at the credits and find those people that were on that show and give them a call, okay, because we do not want you to lose your home. So I thought that we needed some perking up, so we have my guest here that just dear to my heart, okay? Introduce yourself to them.
Hi, I'm Mycah Chevalier, singer, songwriter, actress, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and so, and we're just so happy that we were able to catch you while you were in this area again, so that you could, sing your song for us. And before I forget, let me ask for your permission. Is it okay for us to put it on YouTube?
Oh yes, most definitely.
I just want it's gonna go on our television station, but I needed to make sure that it was okay because it's a song, okay, and it's your song.
Yeah.
And I just needed to make sure that I got that.
It's fully licensed. So
okay.
yes, it's good. It's
okay,
right.
Okay. But it's still Bowie Television.
Yes.
Okay. In BCMC, it's still affiliated with the studio.
Gotcha.
But I just want to explain that. Okay. So this song is explain to us about this new project that you're working on.
So I've been working on a new solo album, and I have a song that we released as a single called It Might Be You. And then I have a new project that is out, that just came out, and it's part of a collective called the Virgo Lounge. And my good friend Gwendolyn Collins is an artist in her own right.
Okay, hold on for 1 second. Let's see if we can get Tom to pull up those folks while you're talking about them. Okay, so people can see who they actually are. We can get him to pull them up for you, then you can kind of pour them out by row. There you go.
Oh, yes. So there's Gwendolyn Collins, who she curated and created the Virgo Lounge. We have Blaze, who's also another, all of us are part of the Virgo Lounge, but just phenomenal artists in their own rights. So Blaze, Alicia Glover, David Hammett, and Isma are all some of the members of the Virgo Lounge, and we released a project. We each have a single on the project, and we also each helped each other with our songs. So like I'm on the backgrounds for Gwendolyn's song, and so we all helped each other out throughout the creation of these songs. And it was a labor of love, and it was fun.
Oh, okay.
And
well,
it's a great project.
Hello to all of you guys. I just want to tell y'all hello. Y'all did a great and fantastic job. Okay. Yeah. And so the name of the song, so if we can, because I don't want to forget, if he could just flash up your cover for your song.
Okay, so the song I'll be singing is called It Might Be You. And we released this this past year. And it's a cover. Roberta Flack sang the song, Patty Austin. There have been some other artists as well. And it's a song that's near and dear to my heart.
Well, it's near and dear to mine now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because I loved hearing you sing it, because I get a chance to see it before it gets on there, before y'all see it, okay? So I get to see her perform live. So it's not a recording. When you see her, she is recording live here in the studio in Bowie. So I just want you to know that. Okay, go ahead. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no effects, none of that. This is all me.
Yeah. So you have a story behind this song.
Yes. So when I was about 5 or 6, my Aunt Audrey took me to the movies to see Tootsie. And that song was on the soundtrack for the movie, and it has been my favorite song ever since. I grew up listening to, as they've, through the years, all the different iterations of it, and it is still like one of my favorite songs, and it's all because of her. So that's our song.
Audrey that travels with her.
Yes.
Yeah, and my good friend, okay, that's how you got on here, because of Aunt Audrey, okay?
That's right.
That's right. Audrey got so many talented people. I had to say this to you about your Aunt Audrey. She had so many talented people in her family. She tries to pass them on to me, okay? And then, because it's been so much information that people have needed to hear about their homes, that we were just being an informational resource at this point. But it's just so much, that's going on that we needed to have you come back. And
I'm glad I could
I'm
come
glad
back.
that you were here in the area at the time that we could get you to come back.
Me too.
But now I do want to make it clear that this song that you say is a remix. You made a remake.
It's a remake.
Okay. So now is your version
Yes,
of what the
it's
song
my
is.
version of the song, and it was produced and arranged by EC3. His company's called EC3 Vibe, and we actually record out at Bias Studios in Springfield.
Okay.
I got to do, I got to arrange the background vocals, and we had our team, Miss Wednesday Coleman and Sol Edler, singing backgrounds.
Oh,
and
they are
things like
fun.
that.
I just want you to say that they are some fantastic background singers, okay? And y'all just blend. Y'all seem like y'all sound like angels from heaven, okay?
And they're fantastic solo artists in their own right too. So we all just help each other. It's all love.
And
So,
you can
that's
tell.
Yeah.
You can really tell. And and I was just watching you because I was trying to make sure that, Tom does a fantastic job, that he made sure that everything was in sync, so you could tell that you were singing live, and it wasn't just a footage that we got from someplace. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And so I appreciate him taking that
He's
time
good
to
at
make
his
sure.
job.
Yeah, appreciate him making
Thank
sure
you.
that it was good. Yeah, because it's not like we can just come in here and sit down when people don't know that, especially if you're singing live, that you could just come in and just sing and that's done. I mean, it takes some time and effort to try to pull all this stuff together. And you guys work great together. I don't even have to get involved. Y'all talk, y'all do. I just come in here and do what I have to do. So I thank both of y'all that y'all have made it possible that y'all have that collaboration here in Bowie.
He's easy.
Yeah, that's when I take my hat off to him.
Yes.
But so the song itself, it really is one of those kind of songs that, depending on how I'm feeling, on where I'm gonna go in my head with it. You know what I mean? Only because of the y'all call the hook. Did I say that right? Okay. It's because, like when people see, you had the happy part of the song. I'm gonna tell you where my head is, okay? I'm not in a relationship, so I ain't gotta tell anybody that I gotta say, it might be you, it might be me, you know what I mean? But when you explain the song is really a happy piece. But when I was listening to it, it was like what I hear people say all the time when they're trying to break up. But well, it ain't me, it's you, or it's not me, it's you, that kind of thing. And you go back and forth and say, I'm sorry, it's me, I'm sorry, it ain't you, that kind of thing. And that's what was going through my head when you were doing the hook. But when you explain the song, then it was, and the history behind why you redid the song, then they said, oh, well, that was really a happy song. See how music can just put you someplace wherever you are. Now, I wasn't sad because I ain't had to break up with nobody.
It's really a love song.
Yeah. It was definitely a love song, but it sounded like to me, when I was listening to it, like they were in the middle of trying to figure out what they were going to do. You know, are we going to be together? We're not going to be together, you know, because something's not working out, and it's not me, you know, it must be you, you know, that kind of thing. I know you heard those kind of songs before, right?
Yeah.
But after I heard you explain the song and I did it in my head, that song wasn't about that at all. Okay, where am I at? Okay. You know, because if I had to, if I was trying to break up with somebody and trying to give them that song,
like, I tried.
They would say, well, what's wrong with her? Okay, because that ain't what this song is about. Okay, she trying to hook up with me. You know, that kind of thing. So I'm glad that you explained the song. Okay, but it is one of those songs. Depending on where you know, music is like that. But depending on where you are, is what you make that song to be. You know, and the artist might look at you kind of funny. That's not what that song is about. This song is about love, and it is. After you explained it, please explain it so they know.
Okay, so I Tried It, which is the song that's on the Virgo Lounge compilation, is about a relationship, and they're trying to figure things out. Like, something's not quite right, but you know, I'm saying, I tried it your way, you tried it my way. We tried everything. Can we just work this thing out, basically? Let's work it out. You know, relationships are definitely not easy.
They're not.
You know, you get past the
awkward
good
stage.
feels and the love part and the, you know, butterflies, and it's real life. And during the pandemic, everybody was faced with real life. You know, they had to be, you know, clustered in, you know, stuck in the house with each other, and people were fighting, getting divorced, and all kinds of stuff. And so that's basically, it's like, hey, let's slow down a minute, let's try and work things out. And it's also the last song that Dawood worked on for me, and it was written by Gwendolyn, myself, and Dawood. And so it was fitting that we also dedicated the Virgo Lounge Mellifluous Vibe project to him.
Okay.
Because
so
all
wonderful.
of the artists that are on there have worked with him. So it was, like I said, everything that I do is a labor of love, or else I just don't do it.
And it is, even Perfect Harmony. It could have been an upbeat song, or it could have been a spiritual song. You know, I mean, once I get there, I go. I mean, that's what my head is because of the lyrics, right? And
So,
you know, and it wasn't a gospel song, but what I'm saying, but talk about perfect harmony. That's what the Lord wants us to be, in perfect harmony. And see, so that's what I'm saying. I wasn't there with that song until you explained it to me, okay? But that's a wonderful, beautiful song that you sang. And you know, you had your father come on. Is that the one he came in with you? He came in and sang with you.
Sang it with me. And you know, I like that about the songs that I choose to do or choose to write. A lot of the things that I write about can go either way. Kind of like, I grew up in the BBCC Winans era.
That's right.
Okay. So they're one of my favorite. So taking a page out of their book, a lot of the songs that they wrote, we know they're gospel because they were a church
family.
Or church family. But you could apply it to anything you had going on in your life.
That's right.
And so that's important to me when I'm putting something together, when I'm creating, is that I'm able to transpose something into something for everybody.
And you can tell just by talking to me, you do a great job, okay?
Thank you.
And that's why I always have you explain it, because, you know, if I was in a relationship, then I could see me going that way. But, you know, I'm not. But I know I hear people all the time that use that phrase, well, it's not me, so it must be you.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying, wow. And then I hear the beauty in the song as it goes along. And then I say, oh, well, then I could remember, because I said, it could go either way. It could depend on how you want it to go.
Exactly.
It could be it's a great love song, you know, or it's a great breakup song. It depends on
Either
where
way.
you are. It'll work. Just buy the right card, okay, to go with it, and hand it to them. Because it can go either way. But if you have to really, I love music, and I love music that you still sing, because a lot of people are not singing your type of music.
Right.
You know, everybody's into trap music, hip hop, and all this other stuff. But when you come to writing ballads and songs about love and stuff like that, that's what we need to hear. That's what is going to put us back on track. These kind of songs, you know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
These other songs, and I got friends that are artists that do trap music and they do hip hop. You know, I mean, they've been on here, you know, before, and long time ago. I'm trying to get them to come back. But I mean, but nothing can beat a ballad. Nothing can beat a love song. That's just in my heart. Nothing can beat a gospel song. You know, nothing can beat those, because those are things that people, when you're going through something, that you need to reach out to put you in a loving mood. You know, and then that's what your songs do.
They're healing.
Yeah, that's the word, healing. It's like they're healing songs, and that's why I love to have you come back and see. I don't even ask you what your project is about. I don't even ask to hear it before you come do it. No, but I just know that if you made a new song, that whatever it is, I know that it's great, and I really feel that way. And I know that it's going to be heartfelt. You know, no matter what it is. You know, I just know that about you, and the kind of writer that you are. You know, and the people that you are affiliated with. Because you've been affiliated with some of, you didn't mention this in the last show, but you would talk about your new groups. But tell them some of the other people that you told us that you work with.
I just, maybe about 3 weeks ago, was at the Hampton. There was a jazz festival in Hampton, and I sang backgrounds for Howard Hewitt.
And Howard Hewitt, from what I understand, I'm married with my sister, because they just had Fred Hampton just had a gospel fest. Hammond. And I'm so mad with her, because she's going to send me all these songs. It was a gospel fest, and she's going to send me little tidbits of all these songs, all these artists, and all this stuff that we sing in church. And I said, she ought to be ashamed of herself that she ain't asked me to go with her. Her and my niece in the bed. You know. And I said, okay, that's all right. Mama not going to get you. Okay. But so that, you know, that those are the kind of people that people would, if you didn't tell them or they hadn't seen you, they would not know. I mean, there are other people that you work with too as well.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, Mesa. I've opened up for some people. Luther Vandross, The Whispers, Regina Bell. I sang backgrounds for Regina Bell a couple of times.
I love Regina Bell when she first came out.
Yeah, and El DeBarge.
And them too, when they first came out. There was one of their songs that came on the radio the other day, and I kept hearing the hook, and I asked my son, I said, what's the name of that song? He said, so I called my daughter and I started humming it to her. She said, that's so-and-so and so-and-so. I said, sure it is, you know. And I said, what's the name of the group? She said, I said it's a young family, that they were the brothers and the sisters and stuff. And she said, oh, DeBarge. I said, yep, that's who it was. I said, So, but they grew up in my house. That's all I had was music, albums. I didn't buy, you know, tapes and stuff. Even when they started coming out with tapes, I was still buying albums, okay? And then finally they said, Ma, please, okay, you can buy a tape.
It's about tape,
you know,
CDs.
Please, CDs, they cheaper, okay, go ahead and get a CD, you know, whatever. But my house is full of albums, you know. I have a great collection of old music, you know, and so that's why I guess your songs are so important to me, because you're keeping that music alive, you know.
Thank you.
And the people that you are affiliated, that you sing with, are keeping that music alive. And we need artists like you. You know, depression is rampant. People need to know people are in love and can be in love, you know what I mean? And stay in love, you know. And, you know, and we could be in perfect harmony, you know. And so it's just your music itself is just so, what did you tell us? What was that word you used to my spirit? It is healing.
Healing, yeah.
It is healing. And I've just had 3 funerals that I just went through in the last month and a half. And they were like family, you know, family. And so the music today kind of helped me as well.
It's
So I
healing
appreciate
for
you.
me too when I sing it. Truly.
And I think that's what it was when you were singing it.
It's so funny. I went to the Bowie State concert last night. One of my little nieces, she's singing in the choir. She's a percussion major. She's on the dean's list. Shout out Erica Harrell.
Okay.
She's phenomenal. And at the end of the show, they had all these different guests come up. And the last guest that came up sang a gospel song. And well, they were doing Handel's Messiah pieces, but this last song was just was straight gospel. Everybody started crying. I was crying. I saw Erica up on stage, and she was in there. She's crying. Music does that.
Yeah.
It brings out your emotions.
Yes.
And when it's really, really good, and you know that it's hit home, it does stuff like make you cry.
That's right. Well, I had a book writer that was on here, and Tom had never seen me cry on set. We started talking about that book. Both of us started boo-hooing, you know, and it was just, we would just talk about real life experiences that people go through, you know.
Right.
And that was a book, okay? And so I've had artists on here before, but that book that she wrote was just so deep that both of us could relate to it. That, and I think he thought it was kind of fun. Paula, you was crying on set, yeah. You know, but I wasn't by myself. The young lady that she was, we were feeling that, you know. And I said, please don't cry. But it's time for us to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes.
I want to thank you for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
I want to thank Aunt Audrey for being in here with us. And it's a great project. And the name of the song again is?
I Tried It.
Okay. And please, we will have it on our TV.
Where to go get it?
And Verizon and Comcast, whichever one you have, okay? And you will see her sing the song, okay? So we want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we want to say just hug somebody and tell them that you love them, please, okay? And that's from my spirit to your spirit. And hugs.
Yes.
Hugs, I love you, and good night. That's sweet.
I've been passing time, watching trains go by. All of my life, lying on the sand, watching seabirds fly, wishing there would be someone waiting home for me. Something's telling me it might be you. Yes, it's telling me it might be you. All of my life, looking back as lovers go, walking past all of my life, wondering how they met and what makes it last. If I found the place, would I recognize the face? Something's telling me it might be you. Yes, it's telling me it might be you. So many quiet walks to take, so many dreams to wait, and we've so much love to make. Oh, I think we're gonna need some time. Maybe all we need is time. And it's telling me it might be you all of my life. See, I've been saving love songs and lullabies, and there's so much more no one's ever heard before, and it's telling me it might be you. Yes, it's telling me it might be you. See, I got a feeling it'll just be you all of my life. Maybe it's you, boy, all of my life. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you that I've been waiting here for all of my life. I've been waiting. I know it's gotta be you. Oh, yeah. All of my life. You are the wind beneath my wings. Oh, thank God for you all of my life. I know it's you. I know it's you, boy, that I've been waiting for all of my life. All of my life. That I've been waiting here for all of my life. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. All of my life. All of my life. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Yeah. All of my life.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.